Am I the asshole for making my husband choose between me and his firstborn? Yes. I don't even care what relationship you have with him or with the firstborn. No matter what, if you make him decide in between you and the firstborn, unless you're telling me that he has to decide in between like being at a basketball game and your freaking like birth moment, you're the asshole. Let's go. My husband, 25 male, and I, 22 female. I've been happily married for 2 years. Okay, we just had our first son and everything's been great until now. My husband dated a girl in high school, and this last week, our mother reached out to him asking for him to take his son. Pretty fair. If it does not happen, that pretty freaking fair. Apparently, she got pregnant right around when they broke up, and he left for the military and decided not to tell him. That's nice. According to her mother, she's gotten into drug and left their son with her. Ow. But with her health problems, she's having issue taking care of him. Ow. Ow, that's a lot of things. Honestly, if it's the case, and I learned that one of my ex actually had one kid from me, and it just spawned back in my life like this, and I learned that she has the worst moment taking care of that kid, I'm clearly probably going to try to take back that kid and to raise him decently if the kid is okay with that. So, the boy is 7 and looks exactly like my husband. My husband plans on having a DNA test, but there's little doubt the boy is his. Like, it's basically, he looks like him. It's a mini version of him. Not mine, but it's a mini version of him. But I don't want us to take this boy. I would have never even dated my husband if I knew he had a kid. I don't want it to be a step parent. He wants us to take his son and just raise him like we will our own son. I have refused. How inconsiderate. How... Try to think about that. Having so little love to give that you refuse it to a kid just because he's not yours. I can't understand that. Like, there's so many kids that are born loveless. I really hate that. In one sentence, Opie made me hate her. My husband is in the military, and he will deploy for 9 months next year. I don't want to be a full-time single mom with 2 kids. Please, gone. Thanks a lot for the raid paid. I received you well in about like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. I swear. So, well, he's gone, especially not to one that isn't even my home. We're at a bit of a standstill. If we get divorced, he couldn't take custody of his son anyway because of his deployment. And if we got divorced, he wouldn't see our son because I would move across the country to be with my family. I've told him he can go visit his son if he wants, but I'm not willing to be a step parent. He is angry because no one can care for his child long term but me, and I really don't want to do it. I didn't sign up for this. I'm sorry, but like, okay, when you decide to go and marry someone, you kind of sign for the whole deal. And there's some stuff that I don't know about my wife that she did before she was with me. There's some stuff I did before my wife was with me and that she probably never will know about me. Because we don't talk, but just because like the subject does not come up, or because sometimes we forget things. So in that situation, I'm like, that child needs... You can't force her to take the child and do like if it was our home. But how little of a heart can you have to meet with someone, learn that there's a kid that needs love, that is already pretty much half the genetical component of the person you love, and say just like, I don't want to be your mom / stepmom. How much of a monster can you be? Like, ow. Wow, this one is not easy. The thing is though, you're not asking him to choose. If you don't step up here, there isn't a chance in hell for your marriage. There's no way we'll be able to let this go. I might be a few years before you get divorced, but you will. You don't get to pick one without the other. That's exactly that. Like, it does not make her a hassle, but like, also, that kid needs love. Kids needs a mom, and I know you didn't sign up for that, but your man comes with that kid. You cannot make him decide which one you pick, which one he picks. That makes no sense. So this is crazily inconsiderate, and usually here, when we have something that is crazily inconsiderate, we tend for the "you're the asshole" section. So as people are leaning toward not the asshole, I'm leaning toward you're the asshole for the inconsiderate section. Like, it's either because you're inconsiderate or you have bad intention. And in that situation, I feel like it's leaning toward the asshole. It's okay that you do know, and it's not, no, it's not okay to some point. Like, it's okay that you don't want to be stepmom. There's no good answer. He wasn't coming with a kid at first. He just did stupid shit in high school. Exactly. He did not even knew he was a dad. It's not because of him. Like, it just, well, partly, you know, he had fun for about 2 minutes. He was a teenager, and then like a baby happened. But like, at that point, it's not because he didn't want to tell you. It's just because he didn't know. And now he's a dad. So, no. Leaning toward you're the asshole. Your man just learned he's a dad, and you are now seeing that he has the ethic to be like, I'm gonna be a dad to that kid. Could you be his mom? He will need a mom. And you just denied him. Because you would not have dated him if he was a parent. I hope it goes better. I hope they take him, and I hope she grew to, at the very least, be able to live with that. Like, it's fine to be mad, but as Lou said, like, for the better or the worst, that's the worst he could bring to you to some point. Like, he has such a big baggage that it comes with literally a full DNA set. Okay? So there's no real asshole, but I'm still leaning toward you're the asshole for the inconsiderate section here. Yeah, that's gonna be our point here. People will not agree with that, but like, force her to be a stepmom, but to some point that kids need love, and you're just learning that your man has the ethic to take care of that kid. It means that he will fight to be able to take care of its own child that he's gonna have with you, and the one that he already has with you. Sadly, at the moment, it's worse. You do not ask him to choose in between you and the kid. It's worse because she's not asking him to choose in between his firstborn and her. She's asking him to choose in between his firstborn and her plus his secondborn, because she's gonna move away with her family. So no matter what happens, no matter the choice this man makes at the moment, you're pushing him in a dilemma where the best option is to lose one of its childs. Potentially both, because of its job. I think this dilemma would just make me crazy. He has no good option. Like, he either lose or he lose. There is no good option. Like, maybe there's a third one where he could go and marry the mom of his ex so that they get to take care of the first child. But then he still loses the second child. Don't take that seriously, by the way. But hey, that's absurd. I hate that one. I just hate that one. At some point, he has to pay for his stupid decision. Yeah, but like... the mom of his... Yeah, Lou. She's the one taking care of the first one at the moment. It's absurd. It's really absurd. I'll go for the next one before like I turn crazy thinking about this one. But like, she's giving him the choice between his firstborn or his second child, plus his marriage. Like, he's losing. No matter what, he's losing. Oh no, sorry. He could stay with his secondborn and its wife, and then the kid would just like be a lost cause in a few years. Even if you take that option, this guy's gonna feel like shit that he didn't care about one of his kids for the rest of its life. Great! Next! The biggest asshole there is the other woman anyway. Honestly, this is a child that was not wanted, that was not desired, that happened to be a mistake. This is the kind of thing that, like, I'm not saying the child does not deserve to be born or anything, but like, this is the kind of thing that could have gone into abortion territory, and that would have made sense. You had a teenager having a kid that she was not able to take care of, plus a dad that was not included in the thing because she never told him he would be a dad. So yeah, no protection, no abortion, no adoption, and she's now still I prefer for the baby to be in the grandma's care instead of like a foster child, but like, it's still bad. It's still bad. There was no good option there. From the moment that baby's born and the dilemma that he's facing now, there's no good option. The only good option was for his actual wife to be like, that's fine, I can be a mom for a bonus kid. That's gonna be my child, I'm gonna love him. I hate the fact that so many people have the need of having their own gene in a kid for them to consider the kids theirs. I hate that. I had one of my uncle trying to explain me how if it's not your gene, it's not your kid. And I was like, how stupid can you be? How misinformed can you be? How dumb can you be? And I'm watching that cousin, and that cousin is stupid. That cousin got probably the worst part of its gene. And yeah, like, what is he proud about? I'm not sure.